Hello, everyone, and welcome back to RedRum Radio. I am your host, Cindy.
And I'm Denise.
And welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about some stories that we've found on Reddit. I actually follow a couple people on on TikTok that talk about gruesome stories. There's some dude that talks about like the dark web, but that's like a whole different thing. But
have you ever been on the dark web?
No.
Oh yeah, we talked about
that.
Yeah, no.
No, I think I'm too scared.
I think you would love it.
Really?
Well, because it's not all scary.
Yeah, but I seen the guy that I follow. He was just talking about this. He was saying that it's not like the regular internet where it has like,
it's like filtered.
Like you just pick a link and you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it could be something like whatever, like normal, or somebody selling something, or it could be like a gruesome fucking like torture video.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Just seeing that.
Yeah,
but are you really scared to see someone like get killed?
I don't like it.
In a video.
Like if I absolutely had to, for whatever reason, watch it.
For holding your head in front of the screen, like
opening my eyes. Like if it was.
Like freaking.
Yeah. No, but like I don't know if it was like.
I mean, obviously
nobody
wants to.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was like for like if we were like, oh, let's talk about or watch this video and we'll talk about it on the podcast, like I'd be down. But it just makes me so uncomfortable and it sticks to me.
Yeah.
Forever. Like this dude was talking about some video that he saw and he just talks about it. He's like, but don't go see it. I'm like, boy, they're gonna go fucking see it. He's like, don't go looking for it.
I don't know how easy it is to go watch something.
To like look for the video?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you know like the exact like search for it, yeah.
Well, I mean, he says what the video's called.
So he's like, do what you want with this information.
Yeah, no, literally, he says that. But he was talking about some like animal shit and like torture.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
Even him just talking about it, like I still remember what he said, and it was how do you say it? Like made me uncomfortable. It like bothered me.
Yeah.
Bothered by it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't imagine like a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but then I don't know, like, you know how people say like with animals, like it les duele más than see people getting
for
tortured.
Sure. Don't put an animal cruelty video on me in front of me, but I'll watch someone get killed.
Really?
Like it obviously it's not like something I want to watch, but I could watch it.
Like, I'm down.
I could watch it, yeah. But like that one that was famous, that was on Netflix with the little kittens.
Oh, Don't Fuck with Cats?
Yes. Renee was like, you gotta watch it. And I was like, I can't watch that. He's like, it's only like the beginning where they talk about the animals, and they
really they show it. Like,
then they talk about him, like his story. And I was like, I can't even get past that. And I started watching it, and I just see these cute little kittens, and I was just like automatically start crying. I was like, I can't do it. I felt like anxiety.
Yes, that's how I get too. Like I get really bad anxiety, and
like, don't fuck with cats.
Yeah, don't fuck with them. That shit was crazy. That whole story is fucking wild.
Yeah.
But they were showing. I remember they showed the cats, but obviously they didn't show the video of him doing what he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole time I was like, "Fuck, are they gonna show it? Are they?" Because they were like going into the video, and I was like, "When does it start that he does that?" Because
I really thought they were gonna show it. I didn't know that they don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'll watch it now. That I know that they won't.
No, I would get anxiety. I get anxiety with movies. Like sometimes when I watch like thrillers, and those are my favorite type of movies, I get really bad anxiety.
Yeah, that's why I love knowing the ends of everything, or like the main points, because the anxiety just builds up in me. Like I'll tell if Renee watched a movie and I'm like, well, what happened in the end? He's like, well, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna ruin it. I was like, I need to know. Yeah. I need to know.
You're all getting mad.
You're not gonna ruin it, because in my head I'm gonna make up like 10 different scenarios on how to get to that point, and then you watch it.
Right.
But it's that like anticipation of like not knowing what's gonna happen stresses me out. Yeah, so that's why I'm not a big movie person.
Yeah.
Or even like sitcoms or shows or anything like. Yeah.
Like you really do have anxiety.
Yeah, when it comes to like not knowing like what's gonna happen, it's a control issue.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a control issue.
Yeah, but going into that, here's your trigger warning. We haven't really gotten into gruesome stuff or a lot of things like that we need trigger warnings, but yeah, today we're gonna be talking about a story that I found on Reddit, 2 of them actually, and they're about car accidents, and they're pretty gruesome. So if you get triggered by that or whatever, here's your warning. Stop listening now. So yeah, here we go. It says, I am a state trooper and a member of my agency's crash investigation team, which basically means when someone dies in a car crash, they call me. I've worked a lot of fatal crashes. One that sticks out is an SUV versus a tractor trailer where the vehicles were heading in opposite directions on a 2-lane highway. The SUV drifted over the center line, don't smoke meth and drive, and the metal fender over one of the rear tires on the semi's tanker trailer sliced through a pillar on the SUV and hit the driver in the head.
Fuck no.
It hit the guy in such a way that there was an extremely clean slice, and it looked like a surgeon intentionally took out a quarter section of the guy's head. From the bridge of his nose and from the bottom of his eye socket and up was gone from front to back. The guy's brain went flying, so I could see clear down the inside of his head down to where his spine started. Fuck.
Damn.
Oh my god. I don't think I paid attention to this the first time I saw it.
I was just like, whoa. Oh, okay, that's like clean cuts and you're seeing all this. Like, imagine that. You just walk up to this scene.
And not even knowing, like, that you're gonna witness this. I could see the back of his right eye and the mouth and nose look like from behind. Half of his brain came to rest directly in front of the car and was steaming on the cold, snowy road when I got there. It's because the body's warm.
Imagine
so
it's like literally the steam of your warm body.
Of your brain.
Of your brain on snow. Melting the snow.
Fuck. Yeah, that's true. It would melt the snow. Oh my god.
Talk about visual.
We didn't find the other half until I moved my car to let the tow truck through, and when I stepped out of the car again, I thought I stepped in a decent sized pile of cow shit. Not the saddest or most bloody crash I've had, but definitely one that made me say, holy shit, you have to see this, to my partners. What the fuck,
So dude? This fool stepped on brains?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember when I got a ticket one time. You know how they make you go to, what is it?
You went to the classes?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I should have done that. Wait.
What is it called?
Like school. Like
like when you get a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's the name of it? Anyways, yeah, they fucking showed a movie, and it was like just car accidents. Yeah. Like really gruesome car accidents.
Yeah.
And then the Museum of Death in LA. Did you ever go there?
No, I haven't been.
Okay, so they have car accident, like crime scenes, like, or not crime scenes, I guess, but like just accidents, and they have pictures of people's like heads like open and brain matter everywhere. Yeah. Like it's fucking gnarly. No. It's gnarly.
So I should mention that I have Vehophobia. I just looked up that term. So my biggest fear in life, which I don't have many, like I'm not scared to die, but I would fucking hate to die in a car accident. I would freaking hate that, like, that my family has to know I was fucking roadkill. Like, that's how I see it. Like, no, at all. Fuck.
Hey, you know what's fucked up? That, like, not just with the car accidents, but when people die and your family has to like identify you. We were just talking. I was just talking about this with Jonathan last night because we were talking about the Uvalde school shootings, and how the guy they were saying how the kids the gun he used was like a shotgun, and you know the bullets are
those are big.
Yeah, so the parents had to go and identify their kids, and they were like literally blown apart. Oh, so could you imagine like your family having to go, or these families that have to go identify bodies after car accidents when people's, you know what I mean?
Holy shit, I didn't know that about that.
Yeah.
That she was using a shotgun.
Dude, I fucking cried. I cried with, and I don't usually get emotional with shit like this. Like shit happened. Yeah, that was a dude.
Whatever. Fuck that.
Yeah, but they were saying that, I don't remember where I saw it, but they were saying that he used like a fucking shotgun, and the bullets from that are fucking,
yeah, they're enormous. They're like,
and they're 10, 8, 9-year-old kids. Like they literally were blown open, and their bodies were just, you know, scattered everywhere. And
we should turn schools into like prisons where it's like impossible for people.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't. They're literally not doing shit about anything, but whatever. That's a different fucking topic.
Yeah. Anyways, going back to my Vehophobia.
Yeah, but I can't imagine.
Sucks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you probably not gonna feel it if you die on impact, which a lot of people do in car accidents because they either fly out or whatever. But
imagine those seconds right before where you're flying in the fucking air. You're like, yeah, I'm fucking done.
I wonder if you really have even time to like think about that. Like,
I've been in a lot of car accidents, and like and like as it's coming, seconds, you're just like fuck, like literally, like
you're like, what does it feel like? Like this, like when you're it feels. What do they say? Your heart or your stomach, your heart drops to your stomach, like that type of feeling.
Yeah, so it's that feeling of just like, you feel so hopeless, or you know, you can't do anything to stop what's already happening. You know, it's like inertia. You just gotta let it play out, and it's the worst feeling. And the last one I was in, I was just like fuck, like literally like that. But I've been in one where I actually fell asleep driving, and I hit the sidewalk and my car spun out. I knocked out like fucking 3 trees, and my car was basically smushed, totaled. And as that's happening, because I was asleep, like I woke up in mid like twist.
Oh shit.
And then my body was just like so like relaxed that nothing happened to me. I just got a little rug burn almost from like the airbag on my chin.
Yeah.
And I had some random bruise on the back of my arm and my leg from the steering wheel from when I like jolted up. That moment I was just like fuck. Like I like, you know, you're just like, what do you do? Like you just like spin, crash into things, and just like brace, like you're just bracing for impact.
I mean, obviously none of them were.
No, none of
them. I mean, they were all bad, but that one maybe not as bad because you were asleep.
Yeah, the worst one, the one that felt the worst for me, it wasn't an accident, but this was when I was still in high school, and I was working for my dad, and he had sent me out. We were in Rancho, up in the hills, working on a house, painting a house, and he had sent me to the paint store. He's like, take my truck, go pick up some paint for me. And I was like, sure. So I get in his truck, and we're at the top of the hill, so you have to come down the hill, and it's just like, kind of like, just like a straight shot, you know, just down the hill. Tell me fucking why his brakes wouldn't work. So I'm at the top of the hill. I'm already like at 25 miles an hour. There's like
just dropped open.
Oh
my god.
So then I was just like, you know, you start like pressing on the brake to like start slowing it down. And you're not even pressing on the accelerator because it's already picking up speed on its own. So I was like resting my foot on the brake, and I noticed that the speedometer and the fucking truck started going faster, and I was like pressing harder and harder, and I would let go, and then I started pumping the brake. Nothing. And I'm coming down the hill. It's picking up speed. I'm already like at 35 miles an hour. I'm getting closer to the intersection at the bottom of the hill. I just see cars passing by, like, you know, I have a red light, so I'm supposed to be stopping. I'm freaking out. At this point, I'm pumping the fucking brake. I'm still picking up speed. I'm like pulling on the e-brake. Nothing.
Oh, that shit doesn't work either?
Nothing fucking works.
My God.
So then I'm like, what do? I started shifting, like downshifting. Nothing fucking worked, and I'm freaking out. At this point, I take off my seatbelt, and tears are like running down my face because I'm freaking out. And I'm like, I have to jump. And then I kept thinking about, fuck, I'm going to kill someone with the car even though I'm not in it. Like, and I'm just pumping the brake. I'm hitting like 55 miles an hour going down this hill. And I freak the fuck out, like crying. And I keep doing everything over and over. Nothing's working. I don't know what came to me, how I did it, but I thought of pushing the truck, or like Oh, well, that's the other thing. The steering wheel got stiff. Like, I couldn't turn the truck, so it was going straight. So I leaned my entire body weight onto the right side of the steering wheel, and the tires of the truck rubbed on the sidewalk, and that's how I got it to slow down. Like, when it stopped, I turned off the truck, I got out of the truck, I kicked the truck, and I'm just like, tears like coming down my face. I'm like, I cannot believe this is happening, or that happened. I'm just like in shock. I get back in the truck and I go get the paint. And I come back and I tell my dad, I'm like, your fucking truck almost killed me. And he's like, why? What happened? I was like, and I told him the whole story. He's like, oh, good job. Motherfucker. I was like, has this truck ever done this to you? He's like, no. I don't know what happened.
Because I was going to say, even if it was like on neutral, it would still, your brakes would still work, right?
Yeah, nothing.
And you said you were shifting.
I was shifting the gears to neutral, to everything. I literally put it in every gear, trying to get it to stop, because I'm freaking out. The e-brake. And it was the ones where you have to, like, step on it.
Yeah.
And I would step on it, like, and then pull the freaking thing to, like, release it. Step on it, release it.
That had to be something that was trying to kill you.
Something was trying to kill me.
There's no fucking way that had never happened.
It never happened. I told my mom, and my mom was just, like, looking at me like, oh. Like, you know, like, I don't know if she knew what to say either. Like, because my mom was working on the site, too. She's like, ve siéntate debajo del árbol, relájate un ratito. Because she saw, like, I was, like, pale. That's how scared I was. I legit thought I was going to die that day.
Dude, you literally could have died.
Yeah.
You're
or
like,
gotten hurt really bad.
What's that movie, Final Destination, where they're, like, the whole thing of that story is that they're, like, dodging death, right?
Dodging death.
That's, like, you.
Story of my life. Every
Bitch,
day.
Literally. I don't know how many fucking things you've told me that I'm just like, how the fuck? All the things that don't happen to me have happened to you.
I'm collecting all the leftovers from everybody that have, like, perfectly peaceful lives.
Dude, that's so fucking
that
scary.
Was the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life, where I was, like, ready to just be like, okay, I accept it.
While you were telling that, your voice was kind of shaky.
I know, because it was scary. I, like, still, like, so my Vehophobia is real. Like, it's real.
I'm like, and then before we started this, I'm like, and not us talking about car accidents. Oh my god,
it's real. Like, anytime
I can't believe it.
Anytime I go on the road, like if Renee's driving, he's just like, go to sleep, because I panic. Like, I just don't trust people. I'm like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, is it harder for you when someone's driving?
Yes, it's the worst. Yeah, I could drive anywhere, and I feel like I trust myself enough to drive around. But if anybody's driving me around, like, okay, he used to be in a band, Renee, and he would always be like, let's go in the band van to all the shows. And I'm like, fuck, no, I'll follow you there. And then he convinced me a few times to go in the van. Oh my gosh. I would be in the back seat, in the back row of this van, tears running down my face the entire way. And we'll be driving to, like, LA, and the whole time I'm fucking crying.
That's why you always offer to drive when we go somewhere. I'm like, now I know, because I'm always like, are you sure? Like, I always feel bad, because I'm like, she always wants to drive whenever we go out or whenever we do something, and I'm like, are you sure? Like, okay, I'll just give you gas money. She's like, okay. And now I know why.
That's why.
Dude, that makes sense.
I cannot handle it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So like that scenario that happened to him, I think of the scenarios like that as I'm driving, where I'm like, oh, look at that fucking semi truck there. Imagine if it did this or that. Like, this would happen to me. Or, oh, there's a piece of metal on the ground in the freeway. If someone just runs it over, that's gonna come flying and decapitate me.
Yeah.
Like, I think of these things as I'm driving.
You just had a bad I mean, I would too if I've had that many bad experiences with fucking cars.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to die in a car accident.
So fucking easy.
Yeah. I don't think people really understand, like, how easy and vulnerable you are when you're driving. Yeah. Like, I remember those fucking pictures from the museum and the video that they showed us in the
driving school.
Yeah, driving school.
that's
I was gonna say driver's ed. Yeah, driving school. And yeah, it's just, your body is just so fucking delicado, and it's so easy to just
and you're trusting everyone around you to follow the rules, to stay in their lane, to do things the right way, to stop on time, like, or the person behind you to stop and not hit you, or you not hit somebody else.
And I mean, aparte de eso, like,
it's a whole trust thing.
That, and then the cars. Like, I seen this video the other day of, it was like a truck. It was like an F-150, and there was like a little, like, crossover on the fast lane, and then the truck was right next to it, and it was like, it was going ahead of the little crossover, and the fucking back wheel just popped off. Mm-hmm. And it was in front of the other car, so the other car, like,
ran it over.
Yeah, ran it over, and that shit flipped in the air.
Yes. That's how easy it is for a car to flip. Like,
yeah.
Anything gets caught underneath, if, like, let's say you run over a cone, like those construction cones, which happened to me twice, actually. But if that gets lodged inside of your vehicle, you could, like, spin out of control.
Yeah,
you
those
could flip.
motherfuckers are hard.
They're so hard.
Yeah, and
both the times, that's, like, that happened to me, like, back to back, where I was coming down the freeway, and this big-ass fucking truck, I used to drive a little car, a little Civic, and this big-ass fucking F-250, like, flies in front of me in a construction zone, knocks over a bunch of cones. One of the cones launches straight at my car, and I try to dodge it, but it got lodged under my wheel well on the driver's side. And, oh my God, like, the car, like, I felt like the wheels locked. They locked, and it was, like, about to start turning. But luckily, I was already slowing down from when I saw that truck passing by, so I was able to get out of the way. But, dude, that shit fucked up my car. It was in the shop for, like, a month and a half trying to get fixed. Not kidding you. As soon as I got it, a month later, it happened again. Same thing, same side, everything.
That's crazy.
So this is why I drive a truck now.
Yeah, that's probably your best option.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, get that 250.
I'm never gonna get a car again. I just can't. I'm just like, that's a little death trap. At least the truck, like...
Imagine the people that drive, like, those smart cars.
Fuck no.
Like, you're like, asking for it at that point.
Like,
on the fucking freeway.
I would install, like, a little roll cage in it.
Yeah, literally. Dude, my sister got in a car accident a couple years ago, and it's when she had her Jeep. And I think she was like, what is it called? Like, you know how when the police hits the back cars to spin them?
I don't know the term of it.
Well, yeah, whatever. I think that had happened to her. She was on the freeway, and she was on, I believe, the slow lane. And she spun to the center divider. Oh. Yeah, and she'll never let me forget this, but she had the OnStar, and it asked if she wanted to call somebody, and she was like, yeah, call like my number one, and I was her emergency one, but I didn't answer her.
Oh my God.
And she was like fucking crying, and she's like, you didn't fucking answer me. She will never let me live that down. She still reminds me to this day. But yeah, her Jeep literally was like, the front was just bent, and that's it.
I mean, Jeeps can handle it.
Like, literally, if that was any other fucking car, like, that shit probably would have been fucked.
Hell yeah. The only thing that's scary about Jeeps is that they're so easy to tip over.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would never buy a Jeep.
Yeah, you could, yeah. I mean, you'll probably survive, but
yeah, just first of all, they're super uncomfortable to, like, as a passenger.
Yeah.
They're so noisy when you drive them, especially if you get them, like, hooked up with, like, big tires.
And you have to. You can't have a stock Jeep.
Like, you can't drive around a stock Jeep look all lame. It broke.
Yeah. Literally broke. Like, you can barely afford the Jeep. Like, why would you even fucking get this?
Yeah. And they're just... Oh my God, they're just so easy to tip. They're not aerodynamic, so it's like they're gonna tip over. It's like easy.
They're like fucking turtles.
Yeah. Yes, they're turtles.
Yeah,
I would never. But they're cute to look at. Like, if you're just gonna take them out to go, like, rock crawling or, like, you know, on a little trip.
Isn't it so funny though? They'll take them rock crawling and they don't tip over.
They do.
Well, yeah, but not like you would think they would. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, let me go take...
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the last car because it does tip over so much.
They're built differently. They're built with a suspension that could be very extreme. Like, you could have one tire, like, 6 feet up in the air compared to the other one.
Yeah, and she would take it, like, to do all that stuff. But the moment... That's why she ended up getting rid of it. Because of that accident. It was just... considered totaled, but yeah, that I was like, fuck, that's crazy.
What does she drive now?
Just a little Nissan Sentra.
Oh, okay.
Which is so fucking good on gas. I'm
yes.
like, fuck, I need to get me a little.
I used to have one too. I loved it.
Dude, yeah. My mom has an Altima, and that shit is like, I came back from TJ. I was driving to Rancho from Moreno Valley. I came back. I didn't have to put gas. I think I came back Tuesday. I didn't have to put gas again until Friday, and it was half. Yeah. It was a half tank.
Well, the Altimas have bigger tanks. That's why.
Yeah,
they have bigger gas tanks. It was
fucking amazing. I was like, fuck, I could go anywhere in this motherfucker for like $20.
For real. Yeah, so
I've never, knock on wood, have been in a car accident.
I hope you never do.
Ever.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's like the worst, like standing there watching.
I'm literally like, nothing ever has ever happened to me. Like, I've never broken a bone, never been in a car accident. Like, I think the worst thing is like a paper cut.
Hey, paper cuts are like the worst.
Yeah, they are.
Or even like scissor cuts.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Because it's like, they say that like the first layers of your skin have more nerve endings than the inside of your body. So if you get like stabbed with something, it's like, it hurts, but it's not that bad compared to like a paper cut.
Yeah, that shit'll hurt you for fucking like days.
Yeah.
And people be getting stabbed and shot, and they're like, oh, like,
I'm recovering.
Like, yeah. I'm like, fuck, how? Yeah, but I don't think my family's, like, anybody in my family has ever been in like a really bad car accident. I mean, not that I can remember, but just my sister, that one, and I think my brother was in a car accident in Mexico when my grandpa passed away, and he had the dog crate, the plastic ones, in the back. And in Mexico, they let you ride in the
and the
back. It was like my car, like what do you call those? Like a SUV?
Yeah.
Thing?
Like a midsize.
Yeah, but he was in the back, the trunk's bigger, and he had the dog's crate, and the crate was like that hard plastic. So when they got in a car accident, I don't know what happened, it broke, and that shit like cut his forehead completely open.
Yeah.
He has a big ass scar even to this
like
day.
Harry Potter. Damn.
Yeah, like across his forehead. That shit was fucking gnarly. I was like, fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah. My mom, no. My dad, not that I know of.
Oh, I have one more story.
Oh, tell me.
I forgot.
Ernest got rolled over in a vehicle.
In his Jeep?
No, in an expedition. He like flipped like 3 times in the freeway.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's so scary. Yeah, that's fucking scary.
He has to tell
you know what I'm so scared of too? And I've just heard of stories, but like when I was little, I used to be fucking so scared of flying over like the bridge when you get onto another freeway and you have to like go over the bridge. That shit is like used to fucking scare the shit out of me. I don't know why. And we have she was like a conocida. I didn't really hang out with her or anything, but I talked to her a couple times. It was just one of her friends, but she was drunk and she flew off of one of those. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago in San Bernardino, right there by, I think it was the 215 and the 10. Right there in San Bernardino. She fucking was drunk and she like flew off of that shit and like killed herself.
Oh, she died.
Yeah, she died.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
One time when I was driving when I worked in Riverside, I was going up the, what is that, the 60 when you're gonna, or the 91 when you're gonna get on, fuck, what are those freeways? The 60 to get on the, what is it? The one that you get the bridge to go onto the 91. What freeway is that?
The 60.
Oh, okay. So I was on the 60 going onto to get to 91, and there was this big ass truck, again, an F-250. This lady was hauling ass.
It's always those motherfuckers, right?
She was fucking hauling.
Like invincible.
Those and Prius, people that drive Prius.
Like Renee.
They're always hauling ass. So she was like hauling ass, and I don't know what happened, but she like hit something, and then she spun around
on the bridge,
and I watched it all unfold, and I was like, oh my god. And so the truck hits the sidewall, and I was like, and it went like this. It like two of the tires on the passenger side lifted and tipped over, and so she was on just the other 2 tires on the driver's side, and it looked like she was about to flip over the bridge, and then boom, it just landed back down again. And the lady was just like, I saw her facial reaction. She was just like, oh.
Did you guys stop?
No. I was like, move, bitch. I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late to work.
But like, she didn't tip over.
She didn't tip over.
Wait, what did she hit or what? She was just.
I think. Well, to me, it looked like I don't know, like a box, like those like plastic bins, like that one. Like it was like a plastic bin,
like a tote.
Yeah, and so I don't know if she like tried to dodge it, and then that's when she lost control, or she actually hit it, and that's what made her lose control. I don't know exactly, but I just remember seeing her spin and then boom, hit the wall, tip over on the two wheels.
She literally
and then
would have died.
Boom, landed again. Yeah,
because that's a big fucking. I don't know why they don't make those railings like higher,
taller. Yeah, or like a little safety net. Or
like they need to fence them, like at the suicide bridge.
Yeah,
in Pasadena.
yeah.
Like y'all need to do that shit, because. Yeah, that's fucking scary. I used to always be so afraid of that for whatever fucking reason. And then after I watched Final Destination, yeah. Oh, you know what I did see one time on the freeway? The trucks that have the cars, that drive the cars, you know how they have like two layers? I seen one tipped over. So
all
like
those cars.
Yeah. So then after that, I was fucking scared to drive next to one because I was like, "What if this shit fucking tips over and like lands on us?"
My ex-father-in-law used to be a trucker, and he would always tell me, "Do not drive next to a truck or like a semi, because most of the time, the dumbass that packed the truck didn't pack it evenly." So you have to distribute the weight.
Yeah.
Distribute the weight. So he's like, do not drive next to one because you don't know what dumbass fucking loaded that shit up. So just go over, like, in front of it or behind it, but don't drive next to it.
I don't think anybody ever does. I mean, I know I don't.
Yeah.
I used to be fucking, like, so scared and get anxiety of driving next to it. Or the wall, like the center divider wall. Oh. I used to be so afraid to drive next to it just because I'm, like, I would get, like, claustrophobic. But yeah, let me read you this last story.
Oh, yeah.
It says, a freak car accident in the early 70s. 3 guys riding in a car blew past me at the very high speed rate. There was a curve ahead. The road had a high embankment to the right. The driver lost control just as he entered the curb. The car flipped onto the driver's side and fit perfectly between the embankment and the light pole. The pole tore off. The 2 passengers were apparently not wearing seatbelts and were thrown out of the car, where they skidded along the concrete. The driver was wearing a lap belt and stayed in the car. The car flipped a second time, landing upside down, and it skidded down the road. The driver's head was literally ground off by the concrete.
Oh, shit.
He exsanguinated, I don't know, almost completely, as he was hanging upside down and the blood drained out of his neck.
Wow. So he was like a fucking meat product at the carniceros.
Yeah.
Like a fucking cow just hanging there, bleeding? Bleeding out.
Debleeding? Debleeding?
I'm all making my own
terminology
here.
Dude, that's crazy.
Hit me up for the next term.
The word of the day.
The word of the day. Deblooding.
That's crazy. Oh my god. I remember we had a friend, her son and his friends were in like a little Acura, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but they ended up getting under a semi in the middle of it, and the semi ran them over, like the back tires.
Yeah,
but they survived.
Fuck.
Yeah, they had like broken bones and all kinds of shit, but they survived.
Imagine that.
I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you survive that?
Hey, luck was on their side.
But
that sucks.
I
like, it's like what you were just saying. You avoid being around a semi. How the fuck do you get that fucking close, you know? Like that you're under it.
I think
they were trying to do like the Fast and the Furious
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, how the fuck? I don't even know what kind of car would fit under it, because it's pretty low. Yeah. Like if you see it. I remember, I think by my job at when I used to work at the Home Depot, they used to talk about some guy. I think he was like on a motorcycle or something, but something had fallen, or I don't know. It was night. Long story short, he was like decapitated on his motorcycle.
Damn.
Yeah.
They say, you know. I mean,
bikes are like the worst fucking accident.
There's like nothing to protect you. Like, if you're swift enough to jump out of the way, you're still gonna fucking break something from jumping, you know?
Yeah. And you like, most of the time they fall, they skid. Yeah. Like, they need fucking skin grafts and all kinds of shit because they just get...
We have a cousin that died in a motorcycle accident. And he was like 16 or 17 years old. And or maybe he was 18 already, because I remember I don't remember because I was young, but his parents were like, no, we don't want you to work. We want you to keep going to school. And he's like, no, I really want to work, help out the family, da-da. And then, so he snuck out and started working for a pizzeria. And, he, they deliver, this is in Mexico, they deliver in the bikes, the motorcycles. Well, he was on his first shift, his first route.
Oh, my God.
He was in an intersection, and he got hit. I mean, that was it. Dude, my aunt, rest in peace, she also just recently passed away. She lived with that hurt of losing a kid her entire life. Like, she just lived with the depression that was just, she never got over it.
Does she have other kids?
Yeah, she has three.
That's
three
probably
other sons.
The only reason she
made it this far. Yeah,
for her other kids. Because I've heard of a lot of people that are like, I mean, after that, I can't imagine, like, why would you want to live, like, unless you have other children to live for. Like, I personally would be like, there's no reason. That was my reason. That was my reason for existence. Like, that's what. Yeah. So her other kids saved her, basically.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
It's so sad. Imagine. Yeah. And so, it's so young. It just sucks.
I remember Jonathan told me one time that he had gotten in I think it was a quad that his mom had bought him, and he, like, took it to, like, how the way they live, they have, like, mountains, and I think he rolled, and he, like, got his arm broke or something, but his mom was, like, pissed, and she, like, sold it, and was like, fuck that. And he's always been, like, that he wants to buy a bike, and I'm like, fuck no. There's no fucking way.
No.
There's way too many fucking accidents, like...
And like, let's say he drives perfectly fine. There's stupid ass people out there.
Yeah, like you said, like, you have to basically trust you have to. I mean, you have trust and they're...
And let's be real, especially in our area, I don't know, it's so obvious how many accidents, or maybe it's because we follow, like, Moreno Valley Matters or whatever. But, like, like, you follow all these, like, all these, like, crime stories and accidents. And have you driven down Ramona?
Mm-mm.
Well, Ramona was, like, the top deadliest highway in this area. Like, on a weekly basis, somebody would die.
Well, when I was on my way over here, the fucking line to turn onto Ramona was, like, a mile.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's always busy.
It's super, super busy. So
do people just, like, haul ass down it or what?
Yeah, and there's a lot of, like, semis that go down there, and people get so frustrated, and then they start speeding. They'll go on the emergency, like, sides of the road, and they'll start speeding, cutting you off. They'll catch dirt and boom, flip and kill a bunch of people on the way down. Well, they just added like a center divider. So they had the cones like they do on Gilman, but it wasn't working. So now they actually build like sidewalks. They will,
like, pass it? Like, what is it called?
Yeah, like, you can't there's no passing lanes there.
Yeah.
It's like you just have to go straight. There's no passing lanes. And like, Gilman was also, like, really dangerous too. And so they put the little cones along the way.
I wonder if it's, like, haunted on Gilman's Green.
Hell yeah.
It has a haunting name.
Well, the abandoned golf course that's on there, I heard that one's super haunted too.
Is it the one that's when you're coming over here, it's on your left? It's like,
you see that entrance where all the palm trees are?
Yes.
And stuff? Yeah.
Dude, I was literally driving past that, and I was like,
we should try to sneak in.
Yes, I was literally, I swear to God, I was like, this place is probably fucking haunted. Because it looks abandoned. I don't know what the name of it in the front is.
Oh, I know.
It has, like, a animal name or something.
It used to be a golf course, or it did, yeah.
It looks like a potrero from Mexico. We should go.
Let's go.
Because I was thinking, I was like, fuck, Gilman, this road is probably so fucking haunted.
Yeah, especially, like, Gilman was a place where a lot of people would get, because it's also a one-way, like, there and back, like, I don't know, I don't know if it was, like, gang-related or what, but those people they would, like, park sideways on the road to get you to stop.
Oh, okay,
And then they would, like, assault you.
Like some Mexico cartel shit?
Yeah. And so Gilman is, like, super popular for that. And
don't tell me that shit, because I've driven down that motherfucker when I came over here with you. That's the way that it sends me. I'm like, there's really no other fucking way to get back home.
I mean, Your car is big enough that you could go off-roading a little bit.
Even if I wasn't big enough, I'd fucking do something.
Fucking do something. Yeah. Throw the car at them. Just don't fuck it up so you can still drive away. They're going to that haunted area.
That road is fucking sketchy, too.
Here, right by my house, right when you turn off of Ramona to go towards the neighborhoods, off of Warren, Renee was driving home from work, and he calls me freaking the fuck out. He's like, oh my God, I just called 911. There's a dead body on the road. And I was like, stop. I was like, I thought he was playing. I'm cooking dinner. I'm like, no. Like, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I just pulled over. And I could hear him, like, you know, he thought, like, what the fuck? Like, so then he starts telling me, I'm driving down the road. And then he was driving his Evo, so it's super low to the ground. And then all of a sudden, he just, like, sees a body laying across, like, face down on the ground on the road. And he, like, slows down. He looks at it, and he's like, fuck. This person either got hit or is gonna get hit or something happened to this person.
It was that night?
Yeah. So then he goes to the, like, the next light where he can make a right and get out of the way. Calls 911. And then from where he's at, you could see all the people that are driving by and honking at this person or body. And they start slowing down. All these people start pulling over. Everyone's talking to each other like, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? And everyone's like, yeah. Tell me fucking why. Like, by the time that I drove out there, so maybe like 5 minutes.
Oh, me? I would go too.
Fuck yeah. I'm like, I want to see a dead body.
I'm so dead, bitch.
So I drive out there. Less than 5 minutes away. It's like literally like 3 minutes. I get there, and then he's like, he just left. I was like, what do you mean he just left? The dead body left? I was like, he got picked up or what? Like, who came for him?
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, no, I guess like someone almost hit him and started yelling at him and cussing at him, and then that another car came on the other side, and he got up and went into the car, and then they just drove off. So it was a fucking scam. Like a scam, like trying to like get him hurt or something so they could like, I don't know, sue people, get money out of people
or like rob them.
Or
like,
rob them.
He's like, somebody pulls over and like, do you need help? And then they take their car. Kill you.
Yes, it was a fucking scam.
Dude, there's so many. It's like
and it was right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the cops came. They took everybody's report, and they're like, yeah, it happens often. Fuck.
Not Renee falling for the scam. Fucking Renee, man.
Luckily, he went to a safe area. He wasn't stupid enough to like just stick around and watch it. Yeah, he's like, I'm recording it. He's like, oh, I don't want to see a dead body. And I was like, but I do. Let's go. He's like, no. He's like, we can't go. He just kept telling me no. I was like, okay, fine. My only chance, but
you're
all right.
Like a little kid. He's like your dad. Like, no, te dije que no vamos a ir.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so dead. Fuck, man. Everything happens to Renee, not to us. And he doesn't even like this shit. Fuck, man.
And he sucks at telling stories, too. So
like me.
Like, we can't even get him on here because he'll be like, yeah, so I saw a guy laying there, but he wasn't dead. Like, that would be him. He just left.
I know your story. You're a really good storyteller. I fucking suck. I don't even know how I have this podcast. But
you know people that can tell good stories.
Yeah. I have people that do it for me. Yeah.
You just bring us all together.
Like your story right now that you were telling, I was like, I didn't know what was gonna happen, and that shit caught me. I was like, "Fuck, he got up, so it wasn't a dead body." God damn it!
It wasn't a dead body. It was a fucking scam. So anybody that drives through Ramona or any of these streets out here, like, do not pull over next to those vehicles. I mean, those.
Like this bitch lives. So I'm sure you probably already know that.
Yeah, we're right by the farms, like the cow farms. So there's a lot of rural area here. We're in the outskirts. So there isn't like a lot of like homeless people or anything here.
There really isn't.
No.
So if you do see some shit like that, you'll.
So it's for sure
precaution.
Yeah, because I'm like, a homeless person doesn't know somebody that's just gonna like pick them up.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's fucking crazy.
Right on cue, but I think they got way too much attention.
Yeah.
That's why they like dipped, because there was like easily like 6 cars that were pulled over, and all of them were calling the cops, and all of them were like.
I wonder if anybody like got the cars like license plates or anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I mean, who knows? Not that I know of. Because like I said, Renee was like...
He didn't record it or anything?
No, little punk. No.
Like, Renee, come on. I
know.
Rule number 1, whip your phone out.
Whip your phone out, put it on social media, send it to Moreno Valley Matters.
You could have been famous. Fuck. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Or that street. Where's that street where the Scientology building is at?
Oh, it's up the street. It's off Menlo?
It's like San Jacinto, right?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from here.
Wait, that street is a little bit, I don't feel like it's as bad as Gilman Springs.
It's a little eerie, huh?
Yeah, and then that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
That shit is like a fucking...
Wait, are you talking about... Because there's the building here, it's like part of Scientology. Yeah. But the actual Scientology, like, campus area, that's over here going towards Saboba. There's 2. There's 2
I don't
here.
know.
Well, anyways, the one that in Saboba, it's like 10 minutes away, too.
It's the one it's like gray? And there's like big walls.
Yeah.
You could kind of see into it, but not really.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
And they'll never ever...
Well, yeah. And, like, the whole campus is kind of cool because it's, like, so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's, like, the land.
They got money.
They got money. Yeah.
Yeah, they got
Tom
money.
Cruise is out here.
Yeah, because it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking huge. And, like, the walls to hide everything or whatever the fuck they're doing are, like, pretty tall.
Have you ever seen a Scientology commercial?
Mm-mm.
They're like, dang, I want to go. Like, they're like,
well, that's how they fucking get your ass.
They
you gotta have money to be in that shit, though.
So, like, intriguing, like
inviting.
Yeah, they, like, so happy, you know?
I heard so many fucking stories about that shit. So fucked up. I don't know how they don't get, well, yeah, I do know, it's money.
Yeah.
How they don't get, like, investigated or...
Yes, it's
paying
money.
people off. That's how it fucking works out here. You could be doing the grimiest, shadiest shit, but as long as you got money.
And they, like, the minute you come out, they're gonna make your life miserable.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, they fucking...
Yeah, they're not gonna let you go easy. They're either gonna let you go in a fucking death bag or whatever those little bags.
Yeah, or they'll stalk you, they'll fucking harass you, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Nothing for, like, the rest of your life. Imagine that.
I've seen the one that's in LA. I don't remember exactly where. Or is it Santa Barbara?
Oh.
I think it is Santa Barbara, but it's, like, one of the buildings that says Scientology big as fuck. Because the one right here doesn't say anything, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the one in, I think it's Santa Barbara when we went that one time. It says big as fuck, like, Scientology.
It says big as fuck?
Yeah. It says Scientology big as fuck. On there, and when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, but I didn't really know what it was then. Not until I started getting into all this stuff, but yeah, I've heard a lot of fucking stories about that.
I wonder if, like, they ever come out to, like, recruit around this area since
ain't nobody who got money out there.
Well, at the casinos. Like,
because I've heard a lot of podcasts about people that have been in that, and you have to invest a lot of money. Like, you have to pay to, like, get in it.
To access?
Yeah, to, like...
Pay your membership, man.
Yeah, literally, it's, like, a membership, and you have to have a lot of money, and... Yeah, I was listening to this podcast at work the other day, and I've
watched the one from the girl, the actress that's on Netflix.
Leah, whatever, from King of Queens.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I wonder how badly she's being harassed and all that shit, and she just fucking continues to, like, talk about it openly.
Yeah, she's a beast.
Yeah, so crazy. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I think you guys will. We had so much fun. It was fun.
It was fun. Not knowing what we were going to talk about. And we're, like, rushing through Reddit and, like, what are we going to say?
Yeah, but, like, I was telling Dena, I was like, we always have really good conversations. I don't know why we're always like, what are we going to talk about?
We, like, panic. And then it's, like, the minute we press play, we're like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. We always have the best conversations. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. And I hope you guys enjoy this episode. We'll see you next week, hopefully, with Bryan. Bye.
Bye.